We got an Xfinity race at Iowa today, and we have $5.5 million. So what does that mean? Well, this is a Xfinity team prep video. Might be the last one. Okay, so we can buy one car. Now, before we get all excited, let's look at a couple things. Here, this is the upcoming Xfinity schedule, right? So we have, okay, short track. We're at a short track, right? At a short track car. Then we got a road course. Then we got another road course. Then we got another short track. The short track car will be ready. The road course car will not be ready for Mid-Ohio. Okay. And let's see what we got. We got another road course. The road course car should be ready because we have 2 weeks. As long as we don't get more than don't need to do a big wreck, we should be able to put a 100% car on the track at Road America. Then we got a speedway. Then we got another speedway. And then we got another speedway. Now, again, as long as we don't get into a huge wreck at Darlington, 2 weeks will allow us to have a car at 100% for Vegas, because this car won't be ready. And then we got a short track. We'll be fine. A road course by now will be fine. Speedway. Again, we should be fine because we have 2 speedway cars. And then we go into Phoenix, which is, I believe, the last race of the season. Homestead, last race of the season. And again, it's a speedway. So the main problem we have is we're not going to have a car ready for the second road course race at Mid-Ohio. Now, is that critical? Because we're killing it in the standings, right? So we don't even have to show up for that race, right? We should be required to, but we don't have to even show up or run well, so it doesn't really matter. I can even simulate that race. But I am, thinking like a real owner, right? Say, this is a pretend owner thing, but say we had real sponsor obligations and contracts and so on and so forth. So we are compelled to put the best car we can get on the track. Now, with all that said, we are on Heat 4. So what does that mean? Well, let's go down here and add our last car to flesh out our complete team. We can only get a short track car. Which sucks. So even though we have the money, we can buy another short track car, right? There is no other option. But we don't need another short track car in the Xfinity series. We really need another road course car. Or, more realistically, we don't need another road course car if we could do something like take this, $5.5 million, or a portion of it, say, I don't know, a couple $100,000 or whatever, and spend it to accelerate the rebuilding of a car in 1 week, so it doesn't take as long. Like working around the clock kind of thing, like so many teams have done in history. The one that comes to mind is when Michael Waltrip was running the 30 car before Pennzoil. I forget was it Bahari Racing? I forget the sponsor he had. It was a lemonade sponsor, I believe. And they blew an engine and had an engine problem in qualifying, and they rebuilt the engine in a hotel room over the night before the race and got it in the car in the morning, and they were able to start. That's a huge part of racing history. And that kind of stuff doesn't happen that way at the top levels anymore. But, damn. Think of all the how the late model series have come up, like the Cars Tour and over the years. And, I'm sure, guys got one engine. They have an engine problem in practice or qualifying. They're like, we're in the race, so we need something that'll last, and they have to do stuff like that. Not every team can have, a truck full of extra engines. Like the top teams don't really have that much, but they probably bring, for each car they probably have 3 engines just in case, because we and I remember watching years ago, well, they had 2 engines, right, and they blew 2 engines before the race started, and so they had to borrow an engine from another team, kind of thing, and that still happens. That still happens today, but you know, the financial structure is such that you can blow 2 engines in a weekend. You got practice, you got qualifying, and then you got the race. And yeah, there's penalties for changing engines, and you got to use engines more, and they last longer, and so on and so forth. But racing happens. So I don't even need a short track car, I don't believe. See, if we had let's go back in the season. If we had 2 short tracks back to back, then we need a short track car. But we don't. We have 2 road courses back to back. Oh, we do. There was Richmond and Bristol. So yeah, okay. So we can solve one problem, but we can't solve both because we're not allowed to. So we'll get that last car, flesh it out, spend that $4.5 million on a car that we don't need this season, but we need next season. And I want to start my own cup team, and it's going to cost, I think, at least $3 million to start. But you need more than that, of course, right? So we were able to get $5 million together at about, I'd say about, so we're about a third of the way through the season. I'm thinking about the cup season. We're about halfway through the season, but from about race 10 or so, we were able to get about $5 million. So for the rest of the season, we should be able to match that if we don't spend a lot of money. I mean, we got $1 million. We got 900,000 left over. So you see where my mind is, And then I'll have to figure out what road course, what car I want to use for that road course. So for the meantime, now we have it. Might as well put it in the rotation. We'll leave that alone for now, unless we have an extra. Okay, so this will be finished. This will be 1 week away. This is 1 week away, which is fine. And then we have that. And then we have 1 guy left over. So yeah, it's not going to matter. So that's what we're doing. So as we head into Iowa, we are maxed out in the team. I could hire some more mechanics, but we don't really need them. We typically have more than we need right now. I guess once you're up and running and you're not, wrecking ridiculously every week, you only need like, I guess 6 to 8 guys, kind of thing. Because you always have a bad time once in a while. And being that we have 2 speedway cars and 2 short track cars, and that comprises most of the races, and we don't have any super speedway races back to back or even close to each other, we're fine. It's only Xfinity and the road course, and I don't know why they made those decisions. Limiting what cars you can buy. I mean, what if I want all super speedway cars because I like the extra challenge? But that's what we got to deal with, and we will going forward. So on to Iowa. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, ask me questions, anything. Thank you.